New York Attorney General going after former President Donald Trump. If she's successful, he could be out of business in New York State.
Yeah, she's filed a civil lawsuit against the ex-president, three of his children, Eric Don Jr. and Ivanka, as well as the Trump Corporation. Now, the allegation is that they manipulated real estate values to cheat on taxes and rip off banks and insurance companies.
Joining us to explain is Albany Law School professor Danshera Cords, who specializes in tax law. So, Professor, thank you for being here to discuss this.
Yeah, it's an interesting case. She's brought a claim seeking disgorgement of all of his profits and all of the corporation's profits up to, but not limited to, $250 million for falsifying business records and misstating the valuation of properties, both here in New York and throughout the country, and his golf club in Scotland. It's an interesting claim, and she's claimed for 2021 to 2011. It's a very detailed filing.
So can we ask you though? I mean, she says that she has more than 200 examples of false valuations in financial statements. Can you explain exactly the basics of how this plan allegedly worked and benefited former President Trump?
So the basis of her claim is that in applying valuations to his financial statements, he was using not evaluations and appraisals that were obtained through independent appraisers, but rather company documents and appraisals that were arrived at by Trump insiders and organization experts, including the CFO and comptroller, who are also charged.
So the question here is, the Attorney General alleging more than 200 false valuations over 10 years, right? So if it's over the course of 10 years, some might ask, what took so long?
This was a detailed investigation that went on for over 3 years. In fact, this is an investigation that has been ongoing for a number of years beyond that, but within the New York Attorney General, they've been investigating these particular claims for 3 years, and they've been undergoing detailed investigations and discovery in this claim. 10 years is sufficient to prove the claims that they've made now.
Yeah, so she's trying to get him to talk, the AG has. I mean, she's subpoenaed the former president. He's took the fifth more than 400 times, even though he'd previously said only people with something to hide refused to answer on grounds that they could be incriminated. So could that help her in the litigation if this goes to trial?
This is a civil case, so the standard of proof is different than it would be in a criminal trial. The statements that are made can be used if someone doesn't testify at trial, but those statements can also be offered in with the testimony of the former president if he were to choose to testify at trial.
So the response from the Trump camp so far, right, has been that this is a witch hunt. The Attorney General, Letitia James, is doing this for her own political agenda. The children are tweeting that out as well, Trump's children. She has made statements about going after Donald Trump in the past. We played some of them earlier today. So could those statements have any bearing in the litigation here or the argument?
Well, those are the claims he's made in many of the other litigations. So far, his litigation has been relatively unsuccessful.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to leave it there because we're just simply out of time. Albany Law School professor Danshera Cords, thanks for being here to help us navigate this situation. I'm sure there'll be more to come as the days go on.
Thank you.
All right.